I don't know what's going on with It's making me start it a second time every time I try to do this, but now it's working, so that's good. I think I should stop putting Knicks post game live in the first go round and just accept the fact that it's going to fail the first time, like the Knicks did tonight because they lost 121 to 107. So, like I was just saying, they did not do what I anticipated they would do, which is keep it close the whole way out. And this was a weird game. So I am a New Yorker, so of course I'm going to start with the negative, which is that I would have liked to see them persevere through the offensive struggles and maintain their defensive intensity throughout the entire game. Of everything that I took from tonight on the negative side, and there were a couple negatives to take from it, I think that's the biggest thing because the first half, obviously, they gave up whatever it was, 63 points, but a lot of those were turnovers, sloppy plays. Obviously, they had issues with the fouls, but I thought they played a good, or let me rephrase that, an acceptable defensive half. In the second half, obviously, the offense wasn't going their way, and they gave it up on defense, which is disconcerting because there's going to be a lot of times where the offense does not go well for for this team. So they're going to have to get that sorted out. Let's turn to the good. RJ Barrett. You wanted to see a new RJ Barrett, an efficient RJ Barrett, an RJ Barrett that can take a little bit more of a shoulder of the offense. We saw him tonight. Second half obviously wasn't as great, but 26 points in the opener. I don't know how you don't like that. Obviously, the three ball looked pretty good. I am in the minority in that I like the fact that Tibbs gave him a little bit of time running the offense. I know that's going to be the point where everybody looks back and say that's where the Knicks lost the game. But if you remember how Dennis Smith Jr. came in and ran the offense in the preseason, and if you look at how Frank played in this game, it's like, what is there really to complain about? I've been writing it for months. RJ's ceiling is going to include a good, healthy bit of playmaking. So the fact that Tibbs decided to try that out in the first game, I appreciated it, even though it did not necessarily go well. Um, there's a lot of other good stuff to be happy about. I mean, Julius Randle is the best version of himself you are ever going to get on a team where he has to shoulder this much of the offensive load. I'm going to get to Peyton, don't worry. So you have to like what you saw from Randle tonight. I know he had a couple of boneheaded plays, but again, Julius Randle is not meant to be the first or second option on any team ever in a million years. This is the best that you could reasonably expect from him if he's going to play that role. So that's RJ, that's Julius. Um, yes, Randall froze out RJ in the fourth quarter. They are not a perfect kinship, and they will never probably be a perfect kinship. But of all the things that I'm gonna complain about tonight, they're not two of them. Mitch obviously had a rough time with Sabonis, but I was saying it on my halftime Zoom that I think Sabonis is probably the best low post player in the NBA today. And for Mitch to pick up some quick fouls on him, I'm not upset about that. I thought actually the most encouraging thing we saw all night was that Mitch played 12 minutes in the third quarter, was pretty sound on defense, didn't get any fouls. And again, you're gonna look and you're gonna see that Mitchell Robinson had whatever he had, 3 points. Like Mitch is not going to generate his offense. He's there to either be the beneficiary of lobs or be a threat. And I thought he pretty much was that tonight. Great game for Mitch, no, but you know, positive sign, yes. I thought Quickly played really well. Let's hope the hip pointer isn't a big deal, which gets us to Elfrid Payton. I mean, my goodness. Elfrid Payton isn't this bad. Um, he's not this bad, but he's not the answer for this team. And I think if you're looking for encouraging signs tonight, and I personally had not, I didn't have any issues with Tibbs' rotation tonight myself. I'm sure people did. I'm not sure what you wanted else other than what we got. Quickly played 12 minutes, and then he went out with an injury. I think it I'm personally going to assume, because I want to sleep tonight, that Emmanuel Quickly, had he not gotten hurt, would have played more minutes tonight than Elfrid Payton. And I think when Emmanuel Quickly is healthy, you'll see him play more minutes than Elfrid Payton. Yes, I think this team needs Austin Rivers, and I think you saw the absence of Austin Rivers felt tonight. That said, and just very quickly, a couple nice things from Knox, a couple nice moments. You like it. He had a better night than Frank, that's for sure. And Obi Toppin, I know some of this stuff was scary tonight. Listen, he's getting used to the NBA versus the Atlantic 10. I love the passing from Obi. I like the effort on defense, and he's comfortable shooting that three ball. I know, boy, a couple of them were ugly, but the fact that he's coming in and he wants to make that a big part of his game, I'm encouraged by. Last thing I'm going to say, um, I think we any reasonable Knicks fan, all we wanted to see from this year was a competent, bad team that can stay on the court with most opponents, not every opponent, but with most opponents pretty much every night or most nights. I think what you saw tonight from this team and what you saw from Tibbs was an outline of a team that can do that. That includes RJ doing what RJ did tonight. He's obviously not going to be this good. Randall being this version of Randall. Burks and Bullock, both of whom I thought were good. Obviously, they didn't hit as many shots in the second half as the first half, but like those guys need to be on the floor for 25 minutes a game each. Yes, they couldn't hang because I think the Quickly injury was big. I think the Randall fourth foul was big. And I think, look, the Pacers are, they're whether they're the sixth best team in the East, seventh best team in the East, they're a really good team. And there is a massive discrepancy in this league right now between the top 15 teams and the rest. But I thought, like, to me, I watched this game and I'm like, the Knicks hung. Yes, they got blown out in the end, but I thought it was a representative sample given, opening night, the whole thing. As a Knicks fan, I personally am going to go to sleep being, I don't know if I'd say proud of this effort because again, that's the reason why I opened with the defense. You can't be proud of the defense and how it broke down in the second half. But in terms of just looking like a functional team, just to finish off my thought before, I think Bullock's going to play an important role. Burks is going to play an important role. Randall, RJ, Mitch, Noel was not great. Knox, like what you see. Quickly, you like what you see. If Peyton could be a better version of himself than he was tonight, and he should not, you want Elfrid Payton probably playing 15, 20 minutes. There's still a trade away. It's why I was saying for 3 weeks in the offseason, or the not offseason, the 3 weeks leading up to the first game. I said it again. This team is going to make a trade for a playmaker somewhere from, I don't know. I still think they're going to look for it. And people keep saying Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers will help. Austin Rivers is not a point guard. He cannot initiate your offense. He can help you move the ball. He can help you when your possessions stagnate. But he's not an answer. He will help, if that makes any sense. I think that's it. I tried to get as much out as possible because I got to go record a podcast right now with the great Chris Persianen, which I will have some different thoughts to share, some more big picture stuff, and then I'm going to go write a newsletter, which will hopefully be coherent. So everybody, thank you for watching as always, and I will see you on when's the next what's tonight? Wednesday? So we play again on Saturday. So I'll see everybody on Saturday. And I hope everybody. Yes, I was about to say Merry Christmas. I was going to remember Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Happy Festivus, obviously, and go Knicks.